Yo, this is Burger, why the fuck you moving, sir? And you're watching a 416 interview.
All right, bro. So how did you first come up with the name BurgaWyms?
The name BurgaWyms really came from my friends, the mandem just outside. The mandem just called me Burger at first. So boom, it took me a while to fuck with the name, but I actually grew into the name. I fucked with the name. I'm like, yeah, I'm Burger, But then I always say why you moving, So I remember, my homie PJ Hooper, shout out PJ Hooper, he told me come through to the studio for this cypher. And I was like, Burger, why the fuck you moving, son? You know what I mean? Like, that was like one of the first times I said that on some shit. And then everyone was like, oh shit. Even me, I was like, I like that, Like, I fuck with that, has a ring to it. So then, again, one of my homies in my comments, right? He just typed in the comments WIMS. Cause ever since then, I be putting why you moving, son, on all the songs. Cause I just be saying why you moving, so generally, right? So boom, he put WIMS in the comments. I'm like, oh shit. And keep in mind, I wasn't going by Burger WIMS before, some other shit. But yeah, so he put WIMS in the comments, and like from there, it just stuck. The rest is what it is.
All right, bro. I want to take it to the beginning. How did you first get into music and actually like creating music? Yeah. And what were kind of like the artists you were looking up to and like influenced your style of music that you have right now?
It's a good question. Honestly, I actually started from music with dance.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like I was hitting the Dougie, stanky leg, if you know, Cat Daddy, like yo,
The
stop
whip?
this. The whip was a little bit later on, but obviously when all that shit came out, I was whipping, I was naining, I was all of that. School dances, dance battles, all of that, like, but no, they really stemmed from dance and Michael Jackson, and just I really, really looked up to Michael Jackson when I was younger. I remember just watching Michael Jackson videos and trying to practice this guy's moves and shit. I remember when the documentary came out, that shit was wild. I remember watching that. That was crazy. I actually remember everyone in my house was watching that. We were downstairs all eating. Cousin, grandma, we were all eating, watching that documentary. But Michael Jackson's definitely been a big inspiration.
All right.
And dance too, rhythm, just feeling the beat before even, you know what I mean? That's really where it stemmed from.
I bet. And then talking about your music, to someone who hasn't listened to your music before, how would you describe it?
If you want to listen to some Burger WIMS and you don't know what to expect, basically I describe my music as vulnerable and humane. I mean, it's not to be painting no false image, and like not even just that. It's very like an insight into who I am, insight on my past, my life, why I think the way I think, what I'm trying to achieve. Sometimes it's rage, you know what I'm saying? And the other times it's some pain, it's just vulnerability. Maybe you can relate to it. Maybe you can learn from a song. You can relate to the song. It's just good vibes, really. That's really what you should expect if you want to turn on some Burger WIMS, for sure.
I bet. And then in the future, bro, what kind of genres would you want to make music in that you've been like experimenting with right now too, even?
Yeah, so you know, drop the whole spill. But yeah, for sure. I've been experimenting on a lot of sounds. Definitely gonna dabble into some like club.
Okay,
all aspects, like house, EDM a little bit I wanna do, but club in general, you know what I'm saying? Trap, all that good stuff, did that. But I wanna get more into like club music. Acoustic, I really like acoustic. I wanna pick up an instrument. So I think on a Burger Quest, the next Burger Quest is to pick up an instrument. I played the bass a little bit. I picked that shit up by myself, but I don't know. I might have to go back into maybe just some regular acoustic guitars, more of my forte, maybe. You know what I mean? I don't know. Shit, you never know till you try. But yeah.
What kind of instrument do you want to play?
Instrument?
Yeah.
Piano. I need to learn the piano. That's just golden. Bass guitar, since I already started, I just want to finish it. If I start something, I want to finish it, right? And acoustic guitar, I like strings. I really like strings. Because if I can pick up acoustic guitar from there, electric guitar should be smooth like butter, you know?
Yeah.
But I like acoustic sounds. I like keys a lot. Shit, what else? What other instruments I want to pick up? I don't want to pick it up, but at least I want to. I love jazz, so horns. You know what I'm saying? I love hearing like just air. What's is it percussion?
Like the drum, not percussions, like drums, and shit. Yeah.
What's
the wind?
Yeah.
Oh, like fucking. You're not thinking about like clarinet or nothing like that, no?
Yeah, that's
all
in
yeah?
the same family though.
Clarinet,
flute, trumpet, saxophone,
French horn, trombone, baritone. No.
That is baritone,
Yeah,
no?
baritone,
That's baritone,
yeah.
I think. Yo, you guys in the comments, you guys let us know. I look like an idiot.
Shit,
I look like an idiot, right? I'm an artist, but now I'm playing, but no, I really like jazz. So yeah, a little bit of that music I want to get into. I really want to get more into jazz.
Oh, fucking saxophone for jazz. You know what little thing?
Saxophone, yeah, facts. I also, I also want to, future reference for prods out there if you want to lock in with Burger. I want to get into some experimental, like, movie, dramatic shit. Not even for, like, people to hear on the regular time. But, anyways, next question.
So, like, growing up in Toronto your whole life, fam, and, like, being in the GTA, like, what's your perspective on, like, Toronto's music scene right now and shit?
So, like, I'm Saga boy, you know what I mean? So I come from the west side, so I'm not really in Toronto, more Saga, Peel. But same way, still vibrant in the culture, Honestly, the music scene's crazy right now, though. On another note, the music scene right now is beautiful. We have so much artists that are just thriving in what they're doing. And honestly, we have a lot of talent, too, coming out the city right now. Like, the talent's crazy. It's not just the pioneers. The new talent's now making waves in America. People are using the slang, like, outside of the, it's kind of crazy, It's like,
yeah,
oh,
it's
wow.
like Sav and stuff. You see the TikToks.
Yeah, Sav's going crazy. He's going crazy. I don't know
Yeah.
Sav personally, but he's going crazy. Shouts out to Sav. Sure.
And then, since you said you're from Saga, bro, what do you think about the link up between Party and Next Door? Because he's from Saga, too, and Jake.
Well, like, that's inevitable, but, that's a hard link up. Their album was fire. Definitely a lot of vibes, right?
Yeah. I bet. Are there any like big collaborations or like features that are coming up that we should watch out for? Or like even like collaborations or features that you want to do in the future?
Collaborations and features I want to do in the future?
Yeah.
Some collabs I would want. There's a lot of collabs I want to do in the future. This is not even art. Like, I have some collabs in the vault, but I don't know when they're going to be dropped. So I can't give you guys an exact date, time, and none of that shit. But someone I do want to collab with, Sabrina Carpenter. It's a pop. Sabrina Carpenter, I want to do a track with you. For real, I have versatility, I'm not just a rapper and shit. I feel like our flows can, we could do some shit.
Hi, bro. And then speaking on the future and shit, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years?
3 to 5 years, it's short, but that's good. That's a good retrospective. It's close range. I see myself just actually making full-time music my full-time. And also making my clothing brand one of my full-times too. I have a clothing brand, Variety. It's not just a brand though, it's a camp, it's a movement, if y'all don't know about that shit. Yeah, that's really what I feel like I'm gonna be at in the next 3 to 5 years. I'm gonna at least have I'm telling you, the camp is gonna be national. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gonna be performing Rolling Loud. Like, these are things that are gonna happen. So it's like when it happens, y'all can come back and be like, whoa, but I'ma come back and be like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, shit. But no, I don't even to tune my horn on, but it's just the mindset, the perspective, right? Like, everything starts in the mind. 3 years, making shit full-time hustle, not even hustle, but like full-time income, everything, boom, you know what I mean? 5 years, Billboard. Definitely the camp is everywhere in the world. People are joining, people are part of the camp everywhere around the world, just representing in the fullest possibility they can. That's definitely gonna be something that's happening. Collabs with clothing brands in the next 5 years. Definitely doing collabs with clothing brands. Performing Rolling Loud. Taking care of my fam fully, everybody straight covered. 5 years. We can even push that to 10, but 10 will be even bigger, but you know what I mean? 5 years for sure.
Hi, bro. And then, going through the whole journey of you creating music, bro, and when it's all said and done, what's the legacy you want to leave behind, and what do you want to be remembered by as BurnaWyms? BurgaWyms.
Shit, that's a big question. Um, yo, BurgaWyms. Feel me? It's still like, yo, your future self, bro. Hope you really just got everything you aspired to get, man. You know, the one things I want to leave behind is just that genuine energy through my music. You know what I mean? I want people to just put on my music and just feel full of themselves. Not full of themselves, like, but just be themselves. You know, don't worry about nobody around you. Just who gives a fuck. Real life, like full time, you only got time to think about what really matters. You know what I mean? And not stress about it. You know, don't stress about these things. But I just want, you know, I just want to leave music that's gonna let people feel themselves. You know, like go outside and just listen to the birds chirp, because that's what you like to do. Don't care what anyone thinks. You know what I'm saying? Go and read a book in front of people that just think that shit's weird, who don't care. You know what I mean? That's what I want to convey through my music. I want to bring energy where it's just, bro, I remember that time when Burger dropped this and I was going through this, but this, da-da-da. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to leave some shit where it's not all about me, because it ain't. So it doesn't even matter, you know, what I leave behind. At the end of the day, it matters what can I do while I'm here, bro. You know, that's the only way that I could leave anything behind. You know what I mean? On a bigger note, bro. So shit, Burger, I really hope you do what you set out to do, bro. So that to my future self, you know what I'm saying?
I bet. And then, if you could go back in time, and like the first time you hopped in the booth, the first time you actually started recording, what kind of advice you got for them, for your younger self?
I was to talk to my younger self.
Yeah. What kind of advice would you give him about this whole, everything that you've been through to this date with all this music?
Yo, times are the essence. Times are the essence, you know what I mean? Use your time wisely, yo. And I would tell myself, just honestly focus on what you want to do. Stop hearing everybody else in your ear. Just focus on what you want to do, set out and do it, and do all the extra steps. Don't do just what you got to do. Do all the extra steps too, and you're gonna be more further than where you think you would ever be. I'd also tell myself on some shit like, yo, just put down the weed, bro. Slow down, bro. Slow down, bro. But fuck a weed bar, right? But nah, what else? I tell myself a lot of shit, man. I can't lie. These questions you asking me, gang, I'll speak to myself. You know what I mean? So questions you're asking me, like I'll really be talking to myself on some shit. Yeah. I just know that any other inspiring artists out there, if you want to do what you want to, if you want to do this shit in the music game, know what you want for yourself, for real. Just know what you want for yourself and don't waste no time. Get it, you know what I mean? Just go wake up, get it. It's great.
And then another question I just thought of on the spot. Any advice that like another artist or producer or someone in this music game has given you that's kind of stuck with you throughout this whole time?
Definitely a lot of people that gave me a lot of advice. And like shouts out, if you guys know who you are, shouts out to people that took extra time to really give me a here and there advice. I never had no mentor, you know what I mean? All this shit is just Burger and the camp, for real. So, but definitely people that have guided me in certain ways, that gave me advice, tips, whatever. But I think one of the best advice that stuck with me, cause yo, as artists, we could be hella creative. Our mind could be everywhere, our flows. We could have different songs of different value. This one has more value in pain. This one has more value in the bars. This one has more value in the structure. This one's more rock. This one's more classical, whatever the fuck, right? But basically what I'm trying to say is, someone gave me a good advice, like, bro, you could be hella creative. You could bang out all different genres. You could do it all. But can you give me consecutive 10 tracks in this style? And to myself, obviously, I know I can. And he probably knew I could too. So that's why he put it to me like that, right? But that was definitely some advice that stuck with me. Just real life, just curate your sound. Because then when you get 20 songs in with that same sound, then you're like, okay, now with this vibe, curate your sound. So when you get 20 songs in with the same sound, you're gonna be like, okay, now with this sound, I can really take it this route, and I can take it this route. It's like, instead of you just making a song banging on bars, boo, 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 and you have the cadence down and your flow down and how you want your voice to be cool, now you're really like, okay, this is why I'm gonna go up on this note, because that note, just, you know what I'm saying? It just, bro, my mind thinks different. But yo, real life, it's really like that. It's really like that. Focus on one sound. He told me, and just bang on a whole bunch of tracks in that one sound and really curate that one sound. That's what took me there, you know? That's what took me there, bro. So I think that's just some good advice. Just real shit. Lock in with one sound. Just focus on what you feel like could do it right now. It doesn't mean that you have to put everything down. You know what I'm saying? It just means that for now you gotta do this, and then you might have to go and do this next time. You know what that means?
What are some new projects you working on? What's dropping? What's in the works?
Okay, yo, I got Playboy coming out. Feel me? Stay player. You already done know. Stay dapper, stay player. And then I got some shit coming out after that. I got a couple things coming. I have some shit coming. More music. That's all I know. More music. It's just great. Just vibes all year.
Show me sides that you ain't get to others. Baby, we can fall without the cover.